Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas for everyone.
Welcome to the Deliverance Network. Thank you for joining us. And as you can see, we're in a lovely Christmassy setting as we were preparing for the arrival of Jesus again this Christmas. And now, of course, into the Advent season that started with the first weekend in December as the first Sunday of Advent. Going again to the 24th and being the shortest Christmas Advent preparation time, having Christmas Eve being the Sunday as our last Sunday of Advent. And so I wanted to just sort of help you to center yourself as we journey through Advent into the Advent season, because already for myself, I'm sure many of you are feeling the same as you're going through your busy lives, feeling like the time is short, Christmas is going to be here before we know it, and there's one event after another, one thing to plan, bake, cook, travel to, buy, wrap, etc., as we all try to prepare for Christmas. But I think that we really do need to center ourselves in some silence as we go through Advent to help us come into a deeper relationship with Jesus Christ, whose birth we're going to celebrate at Christmas. And so I tripped upon a website. I'm just going to recommend it to you. It's called Blessed Is She, and it's blessedisshe.net. She's got a lovely Advent preparation article up there that you might want to check out to help you to center yourself and prepare for a quiet Advent. And I don't know about you, but I think quiet and the Christmas season for many don't go together, that we often find ourselves with more noise and more busyness when we really do need that space to let Christ come in. And so I'm just going to share a few little tidbits from that article at blessedisshe.net about centering and silencing yourself for the birth of Christ and the true celebration of Christmas. And the first thing she recommends is centering on Christ. And of course, we have to pray in order to center on Christ. So bring out your favorite meditation. Make time each day, even if it's only 5 minutes. I find it's usually best to do it first thing in the morning, or depending on your shifts or whatever with work, maybe do something late at night before you go to bed. Because when we get caught up in the busyness of our day, we often don't have the time or make the time to pray. Staying rooted in tradition is another thing that she recommends. And of course, we're always trying to do those things routinely, buying a Christmas tree, setting up a Christmas tree, have an Advent wreath, and have a couple of feast days maybe that are precious to you that you focus on in the season. You do not have to do it all. I think that's probably the biggest thing I could recommend, is that there are many things we could say yes to. We have the ability to say no. So don't be afraid to say no to certain invitations or certain practices, and decide for you every year, what can I keep, what can I discard, so that I bring myself back into a space of balance and experiencing the joy of Christmas instead of stress or tiredness. Third thing, and it's probably a little late for some of us, is to tackle the to-dos for Christmas before we come to Advent. So trying to shop ahead of time, trying to purchase things, pre-make them, freeze them, have them ready ahead of time so that you're not scrambling to do all of those individual things at the last minute. And of course, looking at your schedule. I fall prey to this. Sometimes you say yes to things without stepping back and looking at what it's going to shake down to once you get to Advent and Christmas. So I find personal practice when I'm invited to someone or someone suggests I should be attending something or doing something is to say, let me get back to you. And I go and I wait until I have real silence alone. Maybe that's a day or two or a week, whatever it is. And I look at what I've already said yes to and take the time before making the actual decision. Because once I commit, I like to not back out of plans with other people. So take that time and focus well ahead and try to imagine what the schedule is going to look like day by day, week by week, with what you've already said yes to. Another thing that I did many years ago actually is to simplify decor, and I was talking to someone about this just this morning. With Christmas and extra decorations, there can sometimes come a lot of clutter. I have experienced less is more. So perhaps decide that it's time to recycle or give away some of the things that you have on display that no longer bring you joy, or that they may take away from the centerpiece of something else because there's too much there. and declutter. I wouldn't say probably we're looking at doing it right now before Christmas, but perhaps after the Christmas season when you're going to put things away, examine whether this is important to you, move on, and make space so that you can have focus on individual pieces and less clutter in your Christmas decorations. Another one that she recommends is to practice penance, and this, of course, is part of the almsgiving of the Christmas season. We are called at this time of the year to think of others especially. And so consider how you can help and give back. Try donating to your St. Vincent Society, donate to the poor, the charitable organizations, the Santa Claus you see in the malls with the collections for Christmas. And try to be present to what it actually means to be preparing for the arrival of Christ at Christmas. That means examining your hearts and seeing how you measure up in Christ's love, and just making that New Year's resolution to grow in holiness and love for the next Christmas season a year from this one. Hopefully that gives you a few suggestions to help prepare for Christmas and have a blessed Advent season. Thank you for joining us at the Deliverance Network. God bless.